notices everything. We walked into his house and we've had like bathrooms done. He's like, "Do you want help?"
Well, this is actually a little treat.
This is a 17th century French tapestry. So beautiful. Don't get drinking by it, okay? This is our family room. This is a very cozy room.
I love this area. When we originally toured this place and everything was empty and vacant, this was actually just a brick wall across the back. There was no fireplace, and it was just begging for some sort of focal point. Then when we put the fireplace in, it really looked nice flanked with the shelves. We wanted it to look like it matched some of the other architecture in the space. We also hid another movie-sized screen for great movie nights down here. We had all of this custom made to look like it could be a century-old fireplace around, bringing in the sconces from England, bringing in that custom stone.
Also, all these chairs were custom made, but they feel to me like vintage pieces. Of course, we're like mixing like vintage sconces and a lot of other antiques in the mix so that it feels lived in, but we can get exactly what we want in terms of color, comfort.
This is a Japanese screen that would normally be on the floor, and we hung it on the wall as art, and it's over 100 years old, knowing that there's a story behind it and it was originally purposed for something else that's kind of special.
I love patterns. I love mixing different colors together. It does take a lot of skill, but if you're a little bit nervous about it, start with a throw pillow and just make sure that the colors have like through lines, so you have something tying those pieces together. I'll also say sometimes you have to look at something in a space to know. I remember my dad saying that, 'cause my dad's very visual. He was like, you really don't know until you see it. It's like when you have paint chips, get the big ones, or get a little bit of paint part of the wall so you can really see it on a bigger space.
Because it also looks different at different times of the day, how natural light hits it.
If you have those like little, you know, the little like fan decks, and you look and you go, oh, that looks really good. And it could be like, it could look like cream with a touch of pink. And then if it's like all over your house, it could look like it's like bright coral.
Listen to her, she knows what she's talking about.
So this is our bedroom. Isn't it pretty?
It is very pretty. You might be saying to yourself, who chose the color scheme in it? We actually both chose it.
We're so collaborative.
I've never had
We've never had a
easier.
problem ever.
Should we have our first fight right now?
Let's have it.
What would it be about?
The thing that's nice is that you're very supportive of things that I like.
Let's just get one thing straight. She has better taste than I do. The embroidered wallpaper.
I
is
love
my
this. It's just
favorite.
really, the dimension just makes it
I wish this
so
was
special.
textural television where you could actually
know.
feel. Young talked about doing a mural on the front of the nightstands, and you'll see as well that it has that cracked finish that makes it look like it has always been there as an antique piece of furniture. It worked so perfectly. The entire vibe in this room is peaceful. When we look into the bathroom and how we pulled the blues into the bathroom, all of that wall tile was designed by Young and from her collection. Everything we like, she likes, and vice versa. So it's important, but we wanted to take the details of all the paneling that you see in here, and we wanted to replicate that in the bathroom with marble. That's why you see the exquisite tall panels of tile that really make a statement.
Also, I was excited because some people might be intimidated to work with you, like another designer, and you know, it's like I'm kind of particular about like everything. But Young like got my taste and your taste right away, and just came in to collaborate and had so many great ideas and was like excited. It was such a fun project for us all to work on together. I had to have a Scott Living mattress because they're so comfy. I'm really not trying to actually plug your mattress company because I can just be like, I want a mattress that's like this, and this, and this, and then he'll just be like, yeah, done.
Do you think you saw a dating profile for me that said contractor, designer, makes mattresses, makes rugs, makes all these things, and you're like, this is the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
I can't even picture the old space. That's how different it is, and that's how much of a transformation it was. Being in this space for the first time was incredible. I mean, it was like a present, like a Christmas present.
What's the grown-up moment of like when kids go? It just felt so nice for it to be done because it did take a very long time.
Remember those like Toys R Us commercials like from the 90s where
where they're like, all the kids are like,
excited.
that's what it felt like, but for grown-ups. That's what it's like when you get your dream home.
This is probably my favorite room in the whole house.
I'm obsessed with this like printed mural wallpaper. I love it so much. This is the kids' room. If you haven't figured it out, it's so pretty. When the kids saw it for the first time, they like screamed. They were so excited.
Drawers everywhere possible could. Actually, even our railings, all of these are hand cut. This was Legacy Millwork that did all of this work here, and they really did a phenomenal job. I do think to myself how special it feels to wake up in a space that feels creative and this exciting. The kids just absolutely love it, and you can't be very elegant.
That's right. I will say it's also nice because they feel like they have their own space, even though they're sharing a room. They're separated. They have their own little bookshelves, and they don't have to look at each other if they're mad at each other.
That never happens.
They never fight.
I hope they know how lucky they are to have a contractor in the family. A little secret that I don't think maybe anybody knows, every design I have ever done, I've snuck in an owl and a little bit of tartan. And here, this is where I snuck in the owl. There's a little one here.
And here's the little bit of
This
time.
is your tartan.